Now, Pennsylvania Democrats, because there's still counting going on, Pennsylvania Democrats are openly admitting to counting illegal ballots. It's happening. Now, we're not shocked. We do have it in the bag, but there's still some things we need here. And quite frankly, if you're doing something you shouldn't be, then it shouldn't be allowed. So, as the contested Pennsylvania Senate race barrels towards a $1 million recount, Democratic officials in a few blue counties are openly admitting to counting disqualified ballots in defiance of state law and court orders. Just going to say something real quick. Do you notice it's always, or seems to be, or disproportionately, always Democrats doing this? You guys notice that? Like from 2016 to 2020 to 2024, like you don't see too many articles of Republicans defying state law by counting more ballots, right? Or, oh, there's a water pipe that burst, or putting up poster boards so people can't see, or sitting there making sure you don't have Republicans having eyes on the counting. Weird. Well, the Associated Press has called the race for Republican Senator-elect Dave McCormick, who currently holds a 26,000 vote lead over incumbent Democrat Senator Bob Casey. But Casey has refused to concede and insisted that every vote be counted. The close margin within 1% point triggered an automatic recount under Pennsylvania law. Yet the critical question is, which votes should be counted? The Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled before the election that mail-in ballots lacking formally required signatures or dates should not be included in the official results. Now, if I recall, maybe somebody can correct me. Jeff, you live in that state of Pennsylvania. I think before they did allow certain things like this to take place. However, Democratic officials in Philadelphia and surrounding Bucks Center and Montgomery counties are ignoring that court order. That's insane. That is bonkers. What's going on with Pennsylvania? Quote, I think we all know the president by a court doesn't matter anymore in this country. Oh my God. What? I have not read this, and that caught me off guard. I can't believe the balls on this dude said it. And of course it's a Democrat saying it. Well, the courts don't matter. Oh, rules out. What are those? People violate laws anytime they want. So for me, if I violate this law, it's because I want a court to pay attention. Jeez Louise, dude. Huh? Just admitting it. He's just admitting it. Like no care in the world. There's nothing more important than counting votes. Like, I think we all agree there's nothing more important than counting votes, but how about you count the votes that are legal, that you're allowed to count? Officials estimate there are fewer than 80,000 provisional ballots left to be counted across the Keystone State, less than 2% of the vote. We're going to see what happens with this, but Fetterman comes out, the thumb, and defended Pennsylvania election officials ignoring Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruling by counting votes that the court said were invalid. Jeez. Fetterman made the remarks unchallenged during a Sunday interview on CNN's State of the Union. Well, of course it went unchallenged. Of course it did. Come on. But you think CNN's going to sit there and push anything? So here's that clip. Of course, it's Jake Tapper.
What's your response to that Democratic official deliberately announcing that they're going to defy court orders and count these provisional ballots?
Well, again, I'm not going to chase every kinds of quotes, things like that, because I think you just pointed out that it refers to about 115 ballots, and that's not going to have an impact on this race at this point. So where we are now? It's very, very close, and I guarantee you, if Dave McCormick were in the opposite situation where he was down 15 to 17,000 votes, he would absolutely want to have every last vote counted as well too. And Bob Casey has never claimed fraud. And I think it's really interesting now, all of the Republicans and the conservative people on Twitter aren't talking about, oh, they're cheating, they're having all kinds of a thing after Trump won. No one's claiming that there's any kinds of actual cheating on our side. You know, calling and counting every vote, and that's where we're at, and that's the law. And when it's finished And if Bob Casey comes up short, I can almost guarantee you that he's going to do the right thing and concede at that. So that's the thing. But my point, no one's making an argument that there's any kinds of cheating or thing on our side. It's like, hey, we're going to count every last vote.
Angel said it perfectly. They are openly cheating. Now, who knows with YouTube, I might be flagged for spreading conspiracy theories because I read an article, I gave you the news, and they are openly cheating. The guy said it. The guy said it. I quoted him. People violate laws anytime they want. So for me, if I violate this law, it's because I want the court to pay attention. I think we all know that president by court doesn't matter anymore in this country.